Hey guys, it's Shy.
And Gil.
And today we decided to do a how we met video. Mainly because it's been 10 years since we've been together and we're forgetting the story on our own. Yes. So we want to go ahead and film this, document this, so we will have it for later. And we thought we would share it with you guys because it's a pretty funny story, I guess. Yeah. So we have two different versions of this, so I guess I'll start, or you want to start?
No, you start.
Gil and I met at a movie night, right?
We met.
Yeah.
Working together.
I don't remember you.
Okay, that's true.
I don't remember him.
We met at a movie night.
Yes. So we were double dating with a friend of ours, and so we had a mutual friend. Mm-hmm. And that friend invited Gil to the movie and invited myself and what was then my boyfriend to a movie too.
And there was another couple. So it was a total of 3 couples plus me.
Yes, 3 couples plus Gil. No date. Gil came with no date, nobody. So yeah, that's what happened. So we go see the movie, and Gil was just very annoying the whole time. Probably because he didn't have a date.
Let me interject. All right, so I was invited by a friend, a male friend of mine, to go see Talladega Nights, which in my eyes, and even still to this day, I still look at that as a guy's movie. All right? I got invited to that not knowing there were going to be other couples invited as well.
And they didn't tell you?
Nope. My friend came to pick me up from my apartment, and his girlfriend was in the car.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. You never told, in 10 years, you never told me that.
I'm sure I have.
So, I didn't know that they told Gil, or they didn't tell Gil that it was a couple's night. So, that explains a lot, but nonetheless, Gil was still being very annoying throughout the whole movie. And I thought Gil was like super young. I thought he was like 18. I'd never seen him at work before. Obviously we worked together, but I didn't see him. So I thought he was like 18, and I'm thinking like, who brought this kid to the movie theater with all of us adults? Like, whose cousin is this?
A few months later, her birthday came up.
Right.
And she had put balloons out on her desk, or somebody gave her balloons.
Yeah.
And so she had these happy birthday balloons on her desk. And I would walk past her desk. The first time I saw them, I said, "Happy birthday." Next few days, the balloons are still out, going even into the next week. And so I would just say "Happy birthday" every time I walked past her desk, which I'm sure now thinking about it probably annoyed the crap out of her. Mm-hmm. I just saw the balloons there, just kept saying "Happy birthday."
So one day he came past and was just like, "Happy birthday." And I wasn't having a really good day. And I guess he sensed that I wasn't having a good day. And he was like, well, I don't know what you said, but it was something to the fact of, well, what's going on? You don't seem like your normal self. So I was just like, I was like, well, I'm fine, just having a rough day. So I'm trying to shoot him along, and so he just didn't go. He was just like, well, whatever it is, just, pray about it. And I was like, I remember saying something like, I'm tired of praying, or I'm tired of the situation, something just terrible. Basically, I was sick and tired of my situation that I was currently in. With that boyfriend.
And I remember recommending that you do the Lord's Prayer.
Gil was just like, well, if you don't know a prayer to say, just say the Lord's Prayer. And I was like, well, I don't know the Lord's Prayer. And Gil looked at me like I was a heathen. He didn't want anything to do with me. He was about to put some holy oil on me and like anoint me right then and there in the middle of a call center with 400 people. Y'all, it was crazy. So
wasn't about that.
He literally like almost fell out of his chair and he wasn't sitting down.
I was surprised. However, It wasn't a surprise that I wasn't about to anoint her in holy oil. I was shocked. I was shocked, but that's just because of where I was at and where I was coming from.
And how he was brought up.
How I was brought up. I did invite her to learn the Lord's Prayer. I did let her know that, that's something that I could help her with. But then I also invited her to a poetry set that at that time I was helping out with it at my church.
Right.
So.
So, I was back to my time.
Yeah, because my memory.
You're in and out. So like you said, he was like, well, I'll teach you the Lord's Prayer. Mm-hmm.
No ulterior motives. I offered to teach her the Lord's Prayer.
He offered to teach me the Lord's Prayer, and I was like, well, okay, whatever. And then he invited me to his church, and that's when I was like, no, that's okay. I'm not coming to your church. And he was like, well, we can have Bible study at my house sometime. Mm-hmm.
I just want y'all to know my memory is bad. I don't remember this, but I do believe it. No ulterior motives, Bible study. Just saying.
What?
Huh?
This is where it gets fuzzy with this guy for real.
All right, so she didn't come to the church, which is fine. We so then a little later after that, we had a friend that had a birthday party at a club. Was it a bar?
It's a bar.
At a bar. So we were chilling, having a decent time. I had water probably.
He never drank
Maybe
before.
Sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we were chilling out, having a good time. And at this time, I don't remember if she told me that she didn't no longer have a boyfriend, or before this, or if I found out that night. But I knew that she didn't. She no longer had a boyfriend, and so my interest then came.
How?
I don't know.
How?
I think you danced with me, and I was like, oh snap.
Oh my goodness, that's too much. Ooh, yeah, probably so.
Probably so.
Throwing all that back. Don't do it, ladies. Don't do it.
All right, so we left the bar, and she was headed to her apartment. I was headed back to my apartment. And on my way to my apartment, I'm thinking I like movies. She seemed like she was really cool. Maybe I should invite her over. I was nervous, very nervous, like to the point that I'd never been so nervous before in my life. But I went ahead and I called her.
I agreed.
She agreed
to come by and watch a movie.
Yep.
This was way before Netflix and chill.
Way before Netflix and chill. Y'all remember Blockbuster and chill?
No, there was no chill. Like that part of Netflix and chill. Like no, I was literally going over there to
watching a movie.
Watch a movie.
Yep. So
I shouldn't have did on the first day. I should never went to your apartment. That's like too much.
It's okay. So I get back to my apartment and I realize that my apartment is a mess. So I give her a call and I'm like, look, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to renege on inviting you to my apartment because it's just not a good night. I didn't want to explain to her that I had a mess.
Yeah, and so when he called me, I was just like, well, okay, fine, whatever. I thought he was brushing me off. So I was like, okay, whatever. It was no big deal, but I thought it was interesting that he invited me over and then he uninvited me like all in 5 minutes that happened. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he had a talk with the Lord and he didn't want me to come over. That's what I really thought.
Oh.
Yeah. So I didn't find out later about the mess in his apartment. He lived about 2 miles away from where we were working at that time. Yep. So he invited me over to his house for lunch. Yeah. And I went ahead and agreed to having lunch with him at his apartment. I had an hour lunch and he made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yes. Which I think was super sweet and very thoughtful. And from there, it was pretty much history, right?
Yep. That's pretty much.
A peanut butter jelly sandwich brought us together.
This is true. We went over the Lord's Prayer. Yeah. And we may have rest through some other things.
Yeah. So we did have some Bible study, but through that, we just started getting closer and closer. Yep. Gil told me that I was his wife. He knew that I was his wife. I did not know that I was his wife.
After probably a few weeks.
Yeah.
I was certain that this is the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I know that's probably sounding like I was super too much, but it's the truth and it's the way I felt and the way that I feel today.
Yeah.
So.
And that goes to show you, you know, sometimes you know right away when that person's for you, and sometimes you don't. But because I didn't, we were on two totally different spectrums. It's crazy because he knew right away that I was his wife. It took me a little bit of time.
And she knew right away she ain't want nothing to do with me.
I told him, he was like, God told me that you're my wife. And I was like, God didn't tell me. But after just dating and seeing his personality, seeing his heart, and seeing who he really was, this man became like the most attractive little bang I ever seen in my life. Like, I don't know what happened. And that right there shows me that it's God. Like, that's all God. I don't know what happened. 1 minute, I didn't, you know, I wasn't necessarily attracted to what I seen. And then, like, a blink of an eye, he became the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So, all that to say is that, I love you.
I love you.
You're so crazy. But that just shows that, you know, God put us together and nothing can break us apart.
That's true.
Like, things will come and they will try to break us apart, but as long as we keep God first in our marriage,
and we continually do that.
We do.
Continually do that.
Keep God first in our marriage. I know that all will be well, and you know,
all has been well.
All has been well.
Through thick and through thin.
Oof, thick and thin a lot.
Super thin.
Super thin. Transparent thin.
Double XS.
But all in all, our faith in God and our commitment to God and each other has held us together. And that's the real, like, that's the story.
That's it.
Hopefully we look back on this in 10, 20, 30, 50 years from now.
And as a reminder that to help us along.
Yeah, to remind us like, hey, this is why y'all got together.
Yep.
Hey guys, so this was our story.
This is who we are. This is how we met.
This is how we met.
I love her.
And
she loves her. Oh.
What?
You love yourself.
And I love you too.
Aww.
So, we hope that you guys enjoyed this video.
Yep, subscribe and then also leave comments if you have any comments. If you have any videos that you want to see us do, if you are interested in anything, go ahead and leave a comment and let us know what you're looking for.
See you guys later. Hope you enjoy.
Bye. That was fun.
It was.